Erotophonophiliac, the newest release from a Baroque house. Limited edition DVD. I believe there's only 300 copies being made, and it's only $12 USD. Go fucking pre-order that shit right now. Alright, so, like I said, Erotophonophiliac, the newest pre-order up from a Baroque house, which just went live today. I was lucky enough to see a screener of it, and this shit does not disappoint, folks. It's a little different from the usual ABH releases. This one wasn't filmed by Sam Hell. It was filmed by Shane Ryan and edited and directed by Sam Hell. And I can't wait for more projects from those two, because this was just awesome. I know I usually say with any review for an ABH film is that it's almost up there with Green Hell and Vania. Well, this one, it's like perfectly level with Green Hell for me. It's just bonkers. Not as gory as the other films. There's very little gore, actually. There's a little bit of blood play, but not a whole lot. And basically, this film revolves around a guy named Brandon, and it's sort of like a documentary about this guy who goes around luring in amateur porn stars and killing them after he bangs them. He pulls in some pretty attractive ladies, I gotta say. Like, god damn. This film was just, it was fucking great. It was funny as shit too. Like, near the beginning, they're interviewing this black dude. He pulls out a sword and he's talking about fucking chopping up his white ass and shit if he sees him with a chick that he's fucked every which way but sideways, and if he sees Brandon fucking them sideways, he's coming after his ass. Like, just silly little script stuff like that just had me fucking howling. I don't want to say too much and give shit away, but like, they start interviewing like random streetwalkers on the street. Where else would they fucking be? If they've ever heard of this Brandon guy, and they all start getting like super wet, talking about, oh yeah, I love Brandon, I hope I get to be killed in one of his films, da 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 da. And then one chick ends up being on film with him, and he starts talking about how he's gonna kill her and shit, and then she's just like, oh. So like, they called her bluff, and she starts acting like a little chicken about it. Understandably, nobody really wants to get killed. But she's really funny too. She lifts her shirt up and she shows her tits. She's like, oh, they're all natural. You don't want to cut these off, do you? After he said he was going to decapitate her, and then he's like, well, no, that's not my regular routine, type of thing to her. And she's just like, gets all fucking scared and shit, man. That was hilarious too. Just, if you're an ABH fan, you're gonna love it. But for the regular Baroque House followers, this one isn't gory, but it didn't need to be. Most the killings were mostly strangulation and that. But yeah, like I said, I didn't feel like it was lacking at all without the gore. The sleaze more than made up for it. The script, just everything about it was superbly well done. It didn't need the gore in it, which those words coming out of my mouth feel really, really weird. But hey, maybe it is a whole new year, new me. But nah, seriously though, if a Baroque house continues down this road, I ain't even gonna be upset about it because, like I said, the sleaze was on point. The humor, whether intentional or not, was just top notch for me. I do have a pretty dark sense of humor, but I'm sure most people into the independent horror scene, or fuck, most horror fans in general, have a darker sense of humor. So I think pretty well everyone would get a kick out of this, unless they're super uptight about nudity in films. And in that case, you shouldn't be watching fucking indie horror, because one of the best things about indie horror is all the tits. Tits and cock mutilations are really what make indie films great. There's no cock mutilating in this, but I'm sure we'll get some of that in the future from a Baroque house. And yeah, like I said, I don't want to give too much away. The film's short. It's only 26 minutes, so I can only talk about it for so long before I fuck up and give something away. And also the pictures right here are going to be telling a story for me while I'm yapping away too. But yeah, only 300 of these DVDs are made, and I don't recall seeing anything about it getting pressed a second time. Be pretty dope if we got a future Blu-ray release of it, but I don't know. But speaking of a Baroque house Blu-ray releases, I believe I Cut Your Flesh is getting another release on Blu-ray. So if you missed out on that, make sure to cop that shit, because I Cut Your Flesh was a banger of a flick too, and that one was more of a real documentary following Miss Socks and all the fun that she has in her life. But yeah, I gotta keep looking at the screen because I don't know how to say this word off the top of my head. Erotophonophiliac limited edition DVD. It's only $12 fucking US, folks. Even for us fellow Canadians, DVD's 12, shipping's 12 US. So after conversion, you're paying like $31. It ain't that much fucking money, guys. Pony up and grab this flick. Everybody needs this, whether you're a fan of a Baroque house or if you've never seen them before. Trust me, go to a baroquehouse.com, order that shit right now, and if you don't, I don't want to hear you bitching about it in a month or two when it's all fucking sold out and you gotta pay scalper prices for it. And that's going to be my review. Thanks for watching. Stay sleazy. Peace.